Oh, hello everybody. How's it going? Good evening. Uh, you know who I'm with. I'm with this tall guy wearing penguin socks here in Colin, and I'm with
I love my penguin socks.
and we're talking to Scott. Scott, how you
Oh,
doing,
hey.
buddy? Well, we earlier did a review for a trailer for a movie that we're not excited about. So now we're going to talk about a trailer for a movie I am insanely giddy over, to put it very mildly, which is the new Avengers trailer. And
I was funny. I was watching that and I was like, man, Hunter is just creaming his pants right now watching this thing.
Right.
well, it's funny because this came out a couple weeks ago, and I was actually at work, and I just started my Twitter I think a couple days earlier, and I went on Marvel's Twitter feed, and all it said was "Damn it, Hydra," and I was just like, okay, what did Hydra do? And it had a link to the trailer, and I was like, holy shit, the trailer dropped early. I'm so happy, and so I
Describe your first viewing of this trailer.
so pretty much what happened. I was at work closing, and it was like around 6:20, 6:30, and I saw that the trailer had been posted because everyone on Twitter was hashtagging Marvel. It's like, oh, what did Marvel do? And it's like, oh, the trailer leaked almost a week early. Awesome. So I radioed to my manager. I was like, yeah, I'm going to the back for a while. He's like, oh, okay. And I watched the trailer like five
Just
times
so
in
you
a row.
can jerk off to it.
Pretty much. Like, I might as well have. I was just like, oh my god. Like, the first time I saw it, like, my mouth just hanging open. Like, holy shit, this looks so good. So,
All right, like for real, Hunter. Like, was it like half chub or like almost full chub? Like, full disclosure.
okay, so I will say this. As. For me, watching this trailer for the first time, God, you were just enjoying yourself over there. The first time I saw this,
Oh,
I
you liked it.
dude, I love this trailer because it's what I want. Like, because one of the biggest complaints I will just say, like, even loving the movie about the first Avengers is that it's definitely more of an action movie with some like drama kind of sprinkled in, but it's more of a fun movie than anything, you know. But this one, it's like they're if you've read the Age of Ultron comic book run, you know that it's a much darker take on the whole team and as far as things progress. So
Yeah, it looks a little depressing. I'm not gonna lie.
yeah, like the best way I could compare it is that it's definitely like they're setting it up to be like Empire Strikes Back, and without giving anything away, depending on how close they stick with the comic, it's not the happiest ending in the world. So I'm like,
Han Solo gets frozen in carbonite.
Ah, I hate that.
correct, correct.
Gosh,
So,
that's the worst.
so
Is that does Luke battle the one thing at Jabba's palace? That's the first one, though.
yeah, no, he does not. But
Just kidding, guys. Just
yeah,
kidding.
before everyone's like, what the fuck were you confusing him?
yeah,
funny 'cause
like
that's
you're not.
actually
You
the
don't
third
know
one.
Star.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, it's Jedi, isn't it? Yeah, because that's where Leia's all handcuffed, like
Yeah.
50 Shades of Grey style.
Oh yeah, there you
Yeah.
go. There you go.
Yeah.
You got
But-
Boba.
But yeah, just real quick to talk about the trailer. So, before I go off on my nerd rant, Scott, what did you notice from the trailer?
What I noticed was, first off was I'm blanking on his name. The guy from the practice, or from the firm, or what is it called?
The Blacklist.
The blacklist.
Wow.
He was no. He was in he was a lawyer, private practice or something. Is what? Not private practice.
The practice.
The practice.
Oh, the
yeah.
Practice.
Yeah, you're talking about he was in the campaign.
Dylan
McDermott?
McDermott. Yeah.
No.
Who knows who that's
Yeah,
talking about?
I don't know at all.
The bad guy. What's his name? What's his
James
the actor?
Spader's the actor.
Yeah.
He wasn't on the Practice. What are you talking about?
Yes, he was. He was a lawyer, wasn't he?
No, I don't think so. Was he?
I thought he was.
I
I thought for sure he was on the practice,
Yeah,
but he's a lawyer. And
Colin is looking this up because I do not recall.
fact check me on this one because I feel like he was.
Well, he's on the blacklist now, but I don't recall.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Colin is looking this up. I don't remember. Like I remember.
So anyway, we narrowed it down. It's James Spader. Go ahead.
Yeah. All right.
I'll fill you in a second.
All right. So Scott, please continue.
Oh yeah. So that's the first thing I noticed, and he's a really good like sinister character.
Yeah.
And he really has been in a lot of his roles up until this point.
Mm-hmm.
But I think he's going to be a great role. Like lots of action, like you're saying, like that like big huge tank looking Iron Man dude. Like
Hulkbuster armor. Which
and I almost feel sorry for you, Hunter, because like I feel super giddy not knowing about this stuff. And like they keep coming out with like I'm sure you knew about that guy, and I'm like I don't even like I'm first introduced to him, so I'm curious to you is if like you kind of wish sometimes it isn't some like spoiled a little bit for you. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Just a quick interject. James Spader totally was on the practice.
Really?
Thank you.
I apologize, Scott.
22 episodes.
Huh.
There we go.
Not a
22. Old 22.
I know. I was gonna say not a main character. He definitely made 22 appearances.
Hey, that's almost a season. So hey, kudos, Nearman. You got me on that one. But
it doesn't happen often.
Yeah, but I will say
Stump the Schwab.
Like yeah, exactly. Yeah, there you go. But as someone that's like I said that's read the comic, I know I'm gonna be surprised by stuff because the way the comic, goddamn it, Colin just stroking my arm very gingerly and it felt very weird, yet comfortable somehow. But anyway,
whatever.
Thank you. You're such an asshole when you drink. But
cool guy.
God damn it. But James,
we're gonna have to this one.
That's why I know That's why I know Colin's been drinking when he just starts to be like even more and more cruel to me. See, this is why you got your wedding speech the way you did, you jerk.
Gently petting your arm. Yeah. Get over it. So anyway, Spader was on the practice, and
Hunter was wrong. Yeah, but
wait, let me, Colin. What did you think of the trailer?
I think a lot of it's gonna be super badass. Hunter's gonna probably just rave about it for a million years. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw out a couple of minor nitpicks.
Go ahead.
The trailer, the whole thing about like the Pinocchio song in the background is super gay.
Now, what song is that?
He's just like, I have no strings to tie me.
Okay.
We're gonna disagree on that.
And I was like, that's so stupid.
I respectfully disagree, sir.
That's fine. It's just my opinion.
Fair enough.
When I watched it, I thought it was dumb. I'm not. There's not a lot of him in the trailer, but I don't know about Ultron. I don't know how he looks so CGI. I don't know. I just don't know if I buy him yet.
Okay, fair enough.
That's such like a minor showing of him. But the Hulkbuster armor and the crazy zombie like Iron Man suit coming in and crushing the other Iron Man suit. I mean, all that looks pretty freaking exciting. So, just my little nitpicks.
Hey, fair enough.
But
yeah,
still gay.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was just damn it.
I knew that was gonna bother Hunter.
That is bothering me. I'm like, you know what's frustrating, but I love in a very weird way is that since Colin's known me so long, he knows exactly what it takes to get me just going. You know what? Let me tell you. So like he knows exactly what it takes to get me riled up. And god damn it, I thought that twist on the song was awesome. How dare you?
Man, I thought it was so lame.
See, I thought it was a nice twist personally, but. Again, hey, we're going to disagree on that.
That's fine. I knew you were going to love it, so I'm not even going to argue like I'm right or anything. That's just my opinion.
Hey, no, like I said, hey, dude, it's your opinion.
Well, I'll just tell you I was completely oblivious that it was the Pinocchio song. I wasn't even paying attention to that.
Well, is it not the Pinocchio song?
It is Pinocchio.
Okay.
It is. No, it definitely is. I just like, while I was watching I was like, oh, this is like intense. It just seems like a really dark, it's like Avengers verse Iron Man, Attack of the Clones.
Huh, interesting way to put that, actually.
Right? Because there's not a bunch of like clone like Iron Man bad guys.
Which they kind of already did in Iron Man 3, but whatever.
Yeah,
But
yeah, that's true.
I don't. The whole thing about how like the little boy singing like boy choirs and everything to make things more creepy, like they already did it in Dark Knight Rises when like
Yep, I get where I totally get where you're coming from here.
Yeah, I don't know. I just it doesn't give me chills. It just makes me sigh.
Yeah, because when you first hear that, it's like, oh wow, this is like crazy. But I feel like you're saying like, kind of like they'll do it in scary movies too, where they'll have like now like little children are scary, and they've just overdone it. I agree with you there.
But just in the comic book realm of movies, it just made me think of the Dark Knight Rises when like they blow up the big football stadium and the little kid is singing like the big anthem. That's the first thing I thought of, and I was like, I didn't like it then either. I thought that was a dumb choice of songs to be playing, where it's like ridiculously quiet.
Okay, hey,
but yeah. Such a nitpick, but I just said it because I knew it'd piss off on her.
and goddamn it, you to quote Archer, you read me like a poem.
Besides that, I'm totally stoked to see the movie. It looks like
that's the great thing about these like liquored up podcasts is that we don't really care about pissing each other off.
That is definitely true. Yeah, because I think Colin does definitely enjoy getting me riled up. It's like, God damn it, Colin. But
I can see the vein popping out of Hunter's head.
It's like, what? You're insulting Marvel? How dare you?
It's like, how dare you say anything isn't superb, brilliant?
Yeah, hey, like I said, you're not wrong. But I will say that they are going to have to change a lot from the comic. So I don't know everything that's going to actually occur going into this. So out of all the Marvel movies, with the exception of Guardians, I don't really know what to expect. I will say, for myself, I'm concerned about Aaron Taylor Johnson playing Quicksilver, just because I don't think he's a very good actor, and I don't know how much he's going to factor in, and that worries me greatly.
I hope he has a minor role.
Yeah, I would prefer if...
But he's literally, like, in a mine. Like, he's mining for, like...
Okay, you know what? I was mad at you, but I'm so happy that you just did that. That was great. But I mean, yeah, he just... I will say the effect with, like how it kind of leaves that, like, cloud behind him when he's running, I think that's a really subtle but cool effect. So I'm like, okay, that's kind of cool. But I don't think he's a good actor, so I'm just kind of like, I don't know if he should be in this. I love Elizabeth Olsen, who's playing Scarlet Witch. I think she's awesome. So I hope I get a lot of her and like none of him. And then James Spader, you know, The Blacklist like is a decent show, but it's like only good because he's on it. Like so because he's so sinister and.
He's I feel like he's just such like a perfect villain character, like villain actor.
Yeah, and I will say one of the definite things you can definitely criticize Marvel for, outside of Winter Soldier and Loki, they've had a really hard time establishing, you know, credible villains. So I feel like...
Whoa, easy there.
What? No,
Mr. Critic. No, I'm just kidding.
Hey, you know, it's funny because when people like, I will be the first to admit that has been their biggest. Like,
Batman's got better villains.
They do. So I mean,
that should be our next trailer review. Is the Batman Superman one?
Is that trailer out?
There's no trailer for that yet.
Not yet.
Yeah, but. I will be the first to admit that's been Marvel's biggest problem. Like the movies get by because the heroes are so good, but
the pre-teaser trailer teaser podcast,
the teaser to the trailer review,
the teaser.
Yeah, there you go. But I think Ultron, because it's without giving too much away, it is very much Marvel spin of something like Frankenstein, you know, or 1984 being so dependent on technology. So I'm intrigued by how they're gonna tackle it. It looks like this is gonna be Joss Whedon's last Marvel project, so I'm really intrigued how he's gonna attack it. And you see Captain America's shield broke in. It's like, oh wow, that's pretty crazy. So there's a lot in this trailer to be excited about. There's a lot to love. The Hulkbuster armor looks just like the comic, which made me really happy. And yeah, May can't get here quick enough. And I like the song in the trailer. It said meh, but
So is Colston gonna be in it because he's alive in the Agents of Shield show?
You know what's weird is they haven't said shit about that. I feel like he's gonna be, but
One of the many clones. Cause
Yeah.
that's the twist.
yeah.
probably.
Surprisingly, that's not the twist actually. But I don't.
There's a
I
twist
don't
in
know.
this one too.
Wait, what was that?
There's a twist in this one too.
Well,
No, there's just the fact that like the Agents of Shield show on ABC or whatever it's
okay.
on. He's
I thought you were talking
like,
about the
Colston's still
Marvel.
alive after he was killed in the Avengers movie.
Okay.
yeah.
So like the twist of like why he's still alive.
Yeah, I mean, well, they announced what Captain America 3 is gonna be. So this ending, just on the fact of what they're setting up, can't really be a happy ending. So there's a lot of directions they could take this. So I'm intrigued because Marvel's announced 9 films for like the next 5 years, I want to say. So they're gonna have like 2 films a year. So yeah, it's gonna be very interesting to see where they take this. But I think this will be one of Marvel's better films, personally. But
They aren't owned by Disney, are they?
oh yeah, they are.
They are.
Yeah, Marvel is
Okay.
now. So
Okay.
yeah, that mouse man just owns everything now.
Man, he is all over the place, isn't he?
Before we wrap this up, can we, if Marvel is listening, because I know you are, but can we get a Star Wars trailer now? Like, I would really like to see a Star Wars trailer. I think that's, you know what I
I'm
mean?
gonna be all over those movies. Oh man, that's gonna be. I'm so excited.
Yeah, I'm really, like, the fact that Abrams wasn't even a Star Trek fan, and he did so well with the Star Trek movies, but he grew up a Star Wars fan, I'm just insanely giddy.
So is Mark Hamill in his new Star Wars movies?
Yes.
That's awesome.
Is it? Just because I saw him recently.
Oh
and
yeah.
he is looking a little
he doesn't
worse for
age
wear.
very well. Huh.
Like,
So are you recalling back to like a Indiana Jones, Harrison Ford deal where he's just so old that it's just
Yeah,
like,
a
not
little
even
bit.
funny.
I'm just like I literally was watching this like documentary on voice actors, and Mark Hamill is like famous for playing the Joker.
Yes, sir.
So they were interviewing him, and I was like, oh my god, Mark Hamill, he's doing voice work for a reason.
Aww.
No, I'm sorry. Like, I love the guy. Like, Luke Skywalker's my hero. But, like, he was looking bad. I was like, you do not look movie ready.
It's funny that you say that because I do remember seeing him not looking like he aged very well.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is unfortunate, but I mean, but apparently though he took some pictures on set. And it did look like he lost some weight, so I'm like, okay, like I think he even knows that he needs to tone up a little bit. So hopefully, that works out. But I don't know. I mean, it could be worse. I mean, he could look like
He just has some extra baggy Jedi robes. And a lot of makeup.
Jedi Robe XL.
Yeah.
We're so mean to poor Mark Hamill. Like, dude, look,
Yeah, sorry, Mark Hamill. I know you're a subscriber.
yeah, Mr. Hamill, sir.
Yeah.
This is all Colin. This is not me and Scott. But go ahead.
I mean, no one saw like episode 7 happening, but it is.
That is true.
Yeah, not your fault, Mark.
Not your fault. I would have been, hitting the bottle hard too.
Hey, to be fair, he was great in those Batman games. He did a great job voicing the Joker.
Yeah, no, his voice is awesome.
But I will definitely meet you on the fact that I did see him like 3 or 4 years ago, and it was like at a Comic-Con, and he like like his seat was like you could hear his seat like begging for help. It was like, oh, that's unfortunate. So, yeah, yeah, like, yeah. There's a lot of force behind Mark Hamill right now, but okay, that's my one Star Wars joke there. No, nothing's got no. All right,
What? Yeah.
I'm just saying, if you got Netflix, go on and watch I Know That Voice. And tell me Mark Hamill looks like Luke Skywalker. Do it.
Well, to be fair, Carrie Fisher looks worse. To be fair, like,
Yeah, I mean,
I remember she was
that
on,
was
Go ahead.
that movie was made in the 70s. Like, we gotta give him a little, like, they're not.
true.
He doesn't look like Luke Skywalker quite anymore. Like, it's been 40 years almost.
Yeah, but I mean,
That's totally fair.
Yeah, but I mean, you do have people like Denzel
It's just kind of a bummer.
It is.
No, I know, and I think what I mean is, like, I feel like we have certain expectations of actors that, like, they go swimming frequently in the fountain of youth, and they, like, are the exact same, like, they look exactly the same. Like, that's how I felt about him Ford going into the Indiana Jones. Like, oh, they'll put some makeup on him, he'll look okay.
Yeah.
But he was just this old ass man trying to beat people up.
Yeah, he looked like the Crystal Skull instead of chasing it. But all right, guys, we're getting off topic here. Like,
Yeah.
We never knew that before. But go ahead, hit that subscribe button, like us, and we will talk to you guys.
Why don't you visit us on that Reno Pineapple 7.
Oh my god, that was the best constructed sentence you've ever delivered.
SoundCloud represent 775, meaning Reno, Nevada, Washoe County.
What just happened?
That was the sexiest outro I've ever heard.
That was.
I thought that was what I was supposed to do.
Well, you knocked it out of the park there.
Grand slam.
Have a good night, guys.